I'm just going to say this. As men, we need to protect women. And there are so many reasons why. But the main reason why I think men should protect women is because by nature, men are born with more physical capabilities. We're born with more testosterone. So we are physically gifted compared to women. Women are also physically gifted, but not like men for the most part. And this isn't always the case. Sometimes some women are born with more physical strength compared to men. But I had to make that statement right out the gates because this topic right here is not a good one. And I don't like the way the world is shifting with the way there are gender wars, people comparing different genders, different people fighting over things that we shouldn't really be arguing about. But, anyways, let's get into it. Now, as men, we need to protect women, but there are outliers. And this situation right here is one of those situations. We have a situation where a woman claimed to have been basically abused, physically abused by another man. She claimed that her Uber driver threw a brick at her, hit her on the side of her face, and then he tried to kidnap her. And I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard about this situation, I was like, "Oh, this is a sad world." I felt so bad for the woman, and I was like, "Why would someone do this?" It did not sit right with me, and I actually started hating men. And I'm a guy, and I started hating men. I'm like, why would you do this to a woman? And it just didn't sit right with me. I was like, why would anyone, like, it just didn't sit right with me. But long story short, time revealed the truth, and time revealed that the story that this lady claimed to have happened was basically a lie. She lied, and now she's about to get arrested for it. And we need to watch the people who hate the opposite gender. And I see that in a lot of people nowadays on social media, even in real life. People hating the opposite gender, treating the opposite gender as if the opposite gender is nothing. And I don't think that's okay. I think we should learn how to cooperate with each other. And if you hate the opposite gender, take the time to educate yourself and truly learn to realize that maybe I'm struggling with an insecurity based off an experience that I had with the opposite gender. And not everybody of the opposite gender is this way. I feel like that's the main reason why a lot of people hate the opposite gender, or the extremists who hate the opposite gender always have this type of connotation towards the opposite gender. They think everybody of that gender is that specific way just because someone did them horribly. But we should all take the time to truly analyze our traumas, because it shouldn't be this way. There are good people out here and there are also bad people, but I think that there are more good people than bad people. And yes, we all have the capability of hurting others, but I don't think everyone is just evil. I don't think all men are evil. I don't think all men are trash. I don't think all women are evil. I don't think all women are trash. And we need to start understanding that as people. It's sad. It's getting crazy out here. And another reason why I'm dissecting this video is because you cannot trust everyone's word for word. Before you decide to pick a side, investigate the situation and then take action. Because in this situation, people heard what happened and they picked a side because obviously, from what was told, somebody was abused. And as human beings, we always tend to lean towards the person who was abused. So when I found out about this situation, I felt bad for her. I felt sympathy for her. I was like, man, why didn't somebody help her out? But yeah, long story short, like I said, she's claimed that her Uber driver hit her with the brake and men were out there and nobody did anything. That's what she claimed. Long story short, through time, I started questioning, why would she be at a club and somebody throws a brick at her and nobody stepped in? Because as men, we're protectors. Like, I'm trying to put myself in a situation. If I was there, I'm going to be honest, I know it's always good to investigate the scene or truly analyze what's going on before you try to take action. But I'm thinking, if I was in that situation and I watched the woman get a brick thrown at her, I would have tried helping her out some sort of way. I probably wouldn't have stepped in right when the action was going on, but I would have tried helping her out by getting some ice, calling the police if I had to, helping her sit down. So I questioned, why was it that there were so many men out there, but nobody helped her out? So the story didn't make sense to me at first. And a lot of people questioned that too. And I was also skeptical on why there was no footage, only her video of her crying, saying that she was hit with a brick. I question why that was the only video from that scene, why there wasn't any other footage. Long story short, they investigated the scene. There was actually a camera at the scene, and whoever investigated that footage realized that she was lying. The scene basically showed something else. She wasn't abused. Nobody tried to kidnap her, and it's sad. So she lied about it. And the thing about this is just like the fact that people believe, like, I actually believed her at first. I believed her, and it's sad. It's really sad. I'm kind of speechless about it because, like I said, as men, we need to protect women. So that's why I'm kind of speechless about it. And that's why I made that statement in the beginning, because I don't want people thinking that, don't believe women. Listen, like I said, we need to protect our women. There are evil people out here. And for the most part, as men, we are more capable of protecting. So if you're in a situation where you can protect, investigate the scene. First, investigate the scene and then take action. Don't just take action right away. So investigate the scene. And I'm going to be honest. This woman deserves an Oscar. Her name is Rhoda Osmond, I believe. They said she's 33. She deserves an Oscar because she had so many people fooled. She had me fooled, and I believed everything. I was like, this is crazy, because we live in a world where evil things happen with the wars that are going on. So it surprised me, but at the same time, I wasn't as surprised because of all the bad news I hear all the time. Now, we can all learn from this. Anyone can learn from this. The first thing that we can learn from this is not to trust anyone word for word. Now, we can trust people, but we got to understand everyone's explanation will always be tweaked based off how they saw the situation, how they experienced it. And sometimes their story may be a lie, like Rhoda Osmond's. So number one, you can't trust everyone's word for word. Number two, if you're in a situation where you witnessed something tragic, investigate the scene. It's always best to protect yourself first. So first, protect yourself. But if you're in a situation where you can help out, investigate the scene first. Look around and see if you can take action. Is there someone with a gun? Anyone out there trying to hurt you? Is there anyone over there who seems like they are capable of hurting more people? Investigate the scene first. And if it's safe, then take action. Like, if you were in a situation and this actually happened, like she was actually, abused with the brick, helping her out would have been, helping her sit down, putting some ice on her, or whatever kind of aid she needed in that situation. That's something that somebody could have done. But you always have to investigate the scene. You can't just help everyone out here. Sometimes you may be in a situation where you can help out, but if you do help out, it will lead to your own death. So that's why you always have to investigate the scene. So investigate the scene first. Make sure it's okay. There are no ops out there, nobody out there trying to hurt you, nobody's there ready to take on some more. So investigate the scene before you take action. And the last thing that we can learn from this is to trust your gut. Because although I felt bad for this woman, I was kind of fishy about the situation because I questioned, why was it that nobody helped out? And this is at a club. And it was only her footage that was going viral. Nobody else had a camera there. We live in 2000, this happened in 2023. We live in 2020. Well, in this time period, everyone pretty much has a cell phone. So I would have expected someone to have at least filmed something. They probably wouldn't have captured her getting hit with the brick, but they would have captured her filming or something. So I was skeptical about it, but I didn't lean too much on that, on what I was speculating, because I was more worried about why she was hurt. So those are the things that we can learn from this. There are so many other things that we can learn from this, but those are just the 3 things that I felt like I could share with you all on YouTube. But wow, life is interesting. And I also forgot to mention, she also committed fraud on GoFundMe. So after this situation happened, she set up a GoFundMe. I don't know exactly what it was for. Turned out it was all a lie. And now GoFundMe is suing her and they're freezing the money that was given to her. Sheesh. It's crazy out here. But yeah, that's what's going on, And as human beings, we all have to be alert. We all have to be aware. And that's why you need to always be comfortable in order to learn that you can't trust everyone's word. When you're in a situation where someone's been hurt, investigate the scene before you help, and also trust your gut. But anyways, I'm Jonathan Panda. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you give this video a like and also subscribe, because if you enjoyed my vibe, you will like my future videos. I will see you all in the next video. Peace. Take care.